So, this is the philosophy of women and the occult, part one. I love this picture because it just really shows, the connection that women have with the moon, right? The womb, the moon, woman, right? So, what I am going to show you today is some really cool occulted knowledge that I'm pretty sure you haven't seen anywhere else, right? And women are, first off, I love women, right? And you guys are just always, you're so connected, right, to the spiritual world, right? Like the majority of people I ever met that were like read tarot cards or were into divination or paganism, stuff like that, were mostly women. And why is that? It's because you're a portal, right? The vagina is a portal that brings a spirit from the spirit world into our reality, right? But you also, by having sex with a man and allowing him to enter your portal, you bring him to heaven, right? So it's like this is why all of the older religions talk about how part of the woman's role in a marriage was to bring man to God, right? It's because we don't have that same vibration that you do, right? You have the God's portal in your body, right? Like so your essence, your vibration has that like kind of signal that we don't have, right? But when a man enters the vagina, right, it does bring us into the spiritual world, which is why like you'll see after a long period of time men, you probably know somebody who wasn't very spiritual or didn't go to church, and eventually the woman like will get the man to do all those things, right? It's because you just have this natural design within you that emanates God's vibration that we don't have, and you weaken us, right? It's like you bend us to our will to see reality, right? Which always makes us better people, right? Like especially when you're with the right person, and this goes for all people, right? And so this series is going to concentrate on men and women, and you know just so you understand, like men and women, we all have like female traits and male traits, and some females have more masculine energy and some men have more feminine energy, right? We all know that. And then just so you understand, like I'm not going to talk about like what's going on in the social zeitgeist right now with other genders, because I'm just going to stick to this topic. So just but understand, like take what I'm saying and put it to whatever situation you're in, right? It's like this is what I understand best. I don't want to get involved in all those big crazy arguments that are going on, right? I'm not good with what's going on. You want to know scientific nonsense? Like that's me, right? I'm a scientist. Want to know about history? Great. You want to know about like communicating with other people and like how to do it respectfully and all of that? That's not my area of expertise. So just understand, like we have outliers and everything, and most relationships, right, just generally are men and women, and this is what I understand. So but you can take what I'm saying no matter like what your persuasion is, what your situation is, and like embrace what I'm saying, because what I'm trying to teach here is occulted secrets that is going to help vibrate your energy into a different reality so that you have a better life. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do here, right? And I'm about to show you what the word woman actually means, not the definition in the dictionary, right? Which is a human being who is female, right? And that might have been updated since then, right? Like I get all of that. But what I want you to see is what I'm trying to teach you is occulted philosophy and how the occult really works. And I'm going to show you what the word woman actually means and where it comes from. Because when you go back and you do etymology, which is to see where the birth of words came from in letters, right? We started with hieroglyphs, okay? And cuneiform, and of course Sanskrit, right? And Over time, how was the English language created, right? It was created with the Egyptian language, the Hebrew, Phoenician, a lot of Phoenician, and all the countries of Europe, like just to generally say the Celts, right? So let me just show you what's going on here on this piece of paper. I think you're going to find it really interesting. So, what is a woman? Okay, the W looks like a vagina, right? And now think about it. Words were originally hieroglyphs. So most letters were originally a hieroglyph that slowly changed shape over time, or they were runes, right? And they slowly became what we know as English. So the W, there was no W until about the I believe it was about the mid 1500s or so. Before that, instead of using a W, they would have used a V. It would have been Woman, okay? But this is the vagina. Then the O or the circle stands for God. It's also a portal. It's also a hole, right? And what is hole? Backwards, it's Elohim. Elohim in Hebrew stands for God. It's the name of God. The I am stands for among. So you're among God. Okay? And then if you look at the M as a pair of legs and a phallic symbol, you have a penis. And then what is the N? E-N? To enter. Right? So, a man's penis enters a vagina to God, to the portal, and then you're among God. Both of you, the woman and the man. So I'm just going to let you look at this for a second and think about that. Because if it's the first time you're seeing something like this, you're either don't believe what I'm saying, or you're in disbelief, like, wow, I'm shocked that, this is what the English language is. And it's not just English language, it's literally every language on the planet is like this, right? But the way we were taught to read and to understand words, was not to really understand. And the reason why that is because the people who create the education system, they're people with money and power. They don't want you to understand this, right? And if you're watching my videos and you feel like your life is in harmony, that's great, because you're here, you're expanding your mind. But if you're a woman who's like going through all kinds of troubles, whether it's relationship, money, health issues, physical and mental, all of those things, right? Why is that occurring? Well, part of the reason why is because you're not at harmony with nature and the world. And part of that is because you don't understand what words really mean. And words are spells. And the thing is, your conscious mind only understands what you've been taught and read in books or what you hear. Okay? But your subconscious is connected to your spirit, which resides in the spirit world. And it understands everything that I'm saying. So what you have going on in your subconscious is this battle over reality. You're being lied to, right? Like, so all the time, everywhere you look in media, everything you hear in music, see on TV, it's just constant fucking lies and bullshit. And your subconscious knows that, and it's trying to get your attention, right? Which is why you have all this strife in your life. It's the universe's way of trying to get your attention. The universe is tapping you and going to keep hitting you until the point where it gets you down on your knees begging for help so that you can listen. And once you do that, once you can hear, once you can listen, all of those problems will shift into another frequency, generally for the better. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I have more. This is probably going to be like 4 or 5 more videos on this, and then I'm going to try to get back to my demons and angels and my tarot card ones. So, it's like, this is how my mind works. I'm not linear. I'm like, I'm in flow state for whatever like I'm thinking about. And right now it's women in the occult. So I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.